okay, I got me some explaining to do regarding this. A lot of things have happened since that last race. My laptop crashed on 2 separate occasions. In the middle of that occasion, I actually did drop 300,000 credits on a premium mod pack, the one that's right at the end here. You can see it right here, the 300k premium pack. You think you're almost guaranteed 2 super rares in there. And the ones I got was this brutal break-in reduction super rare Dare, a 60% affinity level XP boost right there. I got a which one is it now? The one you've seen right now, the grip expert one, plus 9 grip, plus 8 braking. Also got Spectre, which means my car has no collision for the race. And I also have pristine drafting, which means I get 3,000 credits for perfect drafts up to 18k. The reason you didn't see it, as I said, because my laptop crashed. But the thing, I bet you're wondering if those really who are eagle-eyed and they've realised, but Dre, you didn't actually lose any credits. In between, I went on the Forza Hub and I actually found out that I gained 300,000 because of the Forza Rewards incentive. So, if you've got this game, you have absolutely zero reason not to use the Forza Hub. They give you free shit. They give you free car packs on occasion, and they give you free credits every single month. So every month, I believe it's the 18th of every month, they'll give you a bucket load of credits. I think it's 300,000 for all the next-gen Forza games. So that's Horizon 2, Forza 5, and Forza 6. And I think 30k to all your old games on 360, like Forza 4 and the original Forza Horizon. So if you haven't already, check out Forza Hub on that one. Absolutely do it. You've got no reason not to. Meanwhile, let's see how Spectre works here as we race 23 invisible ghost cars for the day. This should be fun, right? This should be really easy, actually. I should have actually upped the difficulty just for this one race. It probably would have made it easier. But what can you do? Mind you, going wide at corners like that isn't going to help. Like I said before, a lot of people are critical of the mod system. I don't mind it. I think it's actually pretty good. Like, for me, it's entirely optional, so why are people moaning about it? It's not like we're talking about microtransactions here. It's like people want to complain about anything in this game, and I don't think that's the case at all. I think this one is not a real justified criticism. I mean, the Forza franchise, for me, like I said before, has always been really accessible. And it always has a low benchmark to set you. But if you want to make it more difficult, it will reward you for making it more difficult. Hence the whole point of the dares, for example. The dare part of the mods, it's challenging yourself. And if you do it, and if you do make it harder for yourself, you get bigger rewards. What's the problem? And if you don't like them, no one's making you spend credits on opening packs for them. So, what's the big deal? People want to complain over everything, and it's like, yeah, there is a couple of nitpicks about this game, but it's severe nitpicks regarding this game. Like, this game, I'd argue, is up there with her. Like, Forza now just own the main racing game market, in my opinion. Horizon 2 was a fantastic friggin' game, one of the very best on console, and this is right up there with it, in my opinion. They're both masterful games. Like, the only criticism I've really got for Horizon 2 as a game is because it's a little bit repetitive. Because of the nature of the game, it's a little bit of a grind, but then again, most racing games are, and the fact it only plays at 30 frames per second. The thing is, it's only a minor nitpick, really, because the game at no point really feels like it could do with 60 frames, but it really would make a beautiful-looking game even nicer. Because it plays at 1080p 30, I believe, on Xbox One, which is a shame, because I think it, you know, given Playground games are really good with the Horizon franchise. The original was great, the sequel's even better. And I feel like they could have aimed to make it a 60 frame per second game, and if it did, I think it would have made it better. I can't lie. That's a shame. But on the whole, I still feel it wasn't like other than that, the game is fantastic. The game is so good, I don't even care for the fact it plays at 30. it's why I kind of cancelled my Need for Speed pre-order, given that after I found out the game was only going to play at 30 frames on Xbox One and PS4, I was like, uh-oh, that's a bit of a red flag to me, because I know the Horizon games are quality, so that's why I still took the plunge and bought Horizon 2. In this case, I was like, the Need for Speed franchise has had so many bad games, I didn't trust it that much going in. The fact it's now only going to play at 30 frames per second makes it... That's going to be a big negative point. I didn't like the camera angles for it either. I know the gameplay for it was pre-alpha, so it's not going to be anywhere near the final product. But it's like, you can't play racing games at 30 frames anymore, really. Ideally, you want the extra smoothness, and you want the extra, you know, precision of being able to play at 60 frames. It's like with fighting games. You know, if you're playing a top-level fighting game at a high level, it's got to be at 60 frames because, you know, advanced level techniques in fighting games involve frame counting. So you know how many frames are safe, you know what moves are safe, which ones aren't on block, and things like that. Similar deal with racing games. You can't play... You want the smoothness of 60 frames, and, you know, that's why the Call of Duty franchise has sworn by it ever since they went to next gen. I think was it with Ghosts. I think it was with the first next gen COD game. But you know, ideally, you want 60 now, and that should be the benchmark. So the whole point that we bought these consoles in the first place. It disappoints me that we've had these consoles now for, you know, nearly 2 years, and we're still talking about games like Need for Speed coming out with 30 frame per second frame rates. I think that's disappointing, and I hope they don't do what they did with Rivals, and that was lock it to 30 on PC, and you know, if you crack it to play at 60 frames, it's unplayable because the game plays at double speed, which is really stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. So, you know, one can only hope, but you know, this game plays at 1080p 60, which is fantastic, except for, you know, those scenes where where they wheel the car into the pit lane. That's at 30. And I believe replays are still at 30 as well, which kind of makes no sense, and it makes the whole thing a little bit more clunky. It's like F1 2015, where the main game plays at 60 frames, but the replays are still at 30. And it kind of hurts the overall smoothness of the game, if that makes any sense. So again, only a very minor nitpick. There really, really isn't a lot to dislike about this game, and you know, as a game, it runs near perfectly. There's very, very little to criticize about it. Like, my full review for this game is coming out soon. It's probably going to be in the 9 out of 10 kind of range. I'm thinking, where am I going to put the number? It's not a 10. And to be honest with you, I only give the best of the best a 10 out of 10. And that's a rare animal. But I think it's going to be something in the 9 to 9.5 range, to be honest with you. But, yeah. Finished. That was simple enough. Hopefully my capture card won't freeze up again for no stupid reason. I'm praying it doesn't. Oh, hello. New showcase unlocked. Corvette, you versus the Stig. Shall we take it on? I think we shall.
The Stig, Top Gear's tame racing driver, is an odd sort. You'd think he would be great at Forza, but tragically, he doesn't know how to play video games at all. But fear not, because we have the next best thing. No, it's not the Stig. It's the Stig's digital cousin. After diagnostic tests and some extensive probing, he's been found to be identical to the real Stig in every way. Except for one. There's a glitch in the code which makes it possible to beat him. In these events, you'll both have identical cars and race one-on-one to prove who's best. There's a chance you might even finish first, but only if you're really, really good.
Oh, really? You've beat the Stig in a 2-lap sprint race at Road Atlanta while driving the 2015 Chevrolet Corvette Z06. Bring it on!
Some say he hangs his laundry up with JPEGs, and that he thinks Bluetooth is a pirate. All we know is he's not the Stig, he's the Stig's digital cousin.
Why was Tanner Faust the one to make that joke? You'd think Hammond would have made much more sense on that one. Okay, 4,400 credits if you could beat the Stig one-on-one in the Corvette. Let's do it. Also, I find it a bit weird that in that showcase clip we just saw talking about the Stig, they used almost the exact same lines, word for word, and in Forza 5. A bit awkward. Let's go. So it's just 2 laps of Road Atlanta. Got to get used to this car very quickly here. Handles quite nicely though. Especially for an American car. Oi! It's the club circuit and all, which means I've got even less time to get him. Oh, he braked coming off the exit of the turn. I have no idea why. We got a chance of a move here down the hill. Oh, he takes the outside line. Got to stick it out on the outside. Gonna get a better line through the exit than we have. We're gonna line him up for a pass down the hill towards turn 1. Get the back end out a bit there, but yet we've made the move stick on the Stig. So we take the lead with a lap to go. Clip that apex nicely. This Corvette's not half bad. So that out of hand in the model really is just that good. Lordy. Hate coming off this corner because the sun blocks out your vision. Luckily it's quite a straightforward turn. Stig's still around though, he's still close. I see him in my rear view mirror. Gotta get defensive here. Gotta give Stig an inch. It's going to be a close one, but I think we're going to take the win here. Over the last corner and across the line. Whew, and that was clean as well. Excellent. Short, sharp, punchy race, but we got the win. Nicely done. Only 3,000 XP, which is kind of a shame, but it also takes Chevrolet into the level 1 affinities. That's another 2,500 credits in the bank. So yeah, straightforward race for the win there. Let's finish off the US Tour by heading to Laguna Seca. So we're rolling in here at Laguna Seca. Congratulations on your first place finishes. Increasing driver tire difficulty level boosts your payouts and adds challenge to your races. Would you like to increase driver tire difficulty? In other words, they've got so sick of me winning they're suggesting I up it to Pro. Now I believe Pro difficulty gives you a 45% payout boost as opposed to 40. Let me just find that real quick here. Yeah, it goes Expert, Pro, Unbeatable at 50. 40 says, chooses if racing simulators are your favourite type of game. Pro is, chooses this if you want the toughest racing challenge available. Or Unbeatable, which means choose this if you want to be humbled. Very funny game. Alright, I'll humour you. We'll go on Pro. We'll go on Pro just this once. And for the finale, and let's see if we can still do it. We'll put another pack of mods as well while we're at it. We don't need this anymore. We can sell that for some credits. We don't need that one anymore, and I don't think we need that one. So yeah, just sell a couple of mods to get a few credits back. Let's go for another 50 here as well. Drops 150k on a mod pack. 2,000 XP boost. An enhanced grip positions, that's +2 on the grid. Serious braking reduction. We'll sell that one straight away. A 4,000 level Infinity boost and a 4,000 driver XP level boost. Okay. That's not a bad little pack of mods. So let's go driver level plus 4k, and we'll take the plus 2 grid position boost as well, since we're now playing on pro difficulty just this once. We'll have to wait and see, but okay. Let's go. Series finale, Laguna Seca. Starting from, I think, 10th on the grid now as a result of that boost. Let's see if they are any more challenging. It doesn't help there's a TRL limitless driver tar in this race, and we all know how fast JD is. Guy running on the gravel a little bit there. JD ran out a little bit wide there as well. So we're in 8th place already. Seventh, 6th place. Thing is though, I do love Laguna Seca. It is one of my favourite tracks. Not to watch, but certainly to drive around. I used to do laps and laps of this back on my days of GT4. When I played Gran Turismo 4, I played it a shit ton as a kid, and trust me, I went everywhere around Laguna Seca. I did it to test cars out. It was really fun. But yeah, we're going. We're flying through this race. I've been to 2nd place already. Over the crested hill and into the famous corkscrew. Going full Marc Marquez up in here. Bumps into the Eclipse there. Sorry about that, viewers. Can we find a way through? Eclipse missed the apex quite bad there. It's a bit dusty out here, but we've got a good run on it here. We covered the apex there. I had to run into the gravel. I had to go around the outside anyway, but like I still went into the corner a little bit too hot. That's better. Eclipse didn't know where to go on the exit. We're now in the lead. Can we hold on to it? I think we got the speed advantage coming down here. Now can we hold on to this lead? That Eclipse is right on my rear bumper there through turn 1. It's a double apex. Left-handed hairpin here. Remember, I don't have to win as long as I'm in the top 3. But I must admit, I have been on a remarkable run of form. That surprised even me, to be honest with you, so I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. I know you guys like it when I raise the difficulty, so... We're looking good, though. It looks like the Eclipse can't keep up back there. It's like it's us two are kind of in a league of our own on this race, which is kind of... That's the driver tough way, really, you know? So there's always, like, almost one AI that's always a little bit faster than all the other ones. I caught two braking point a bit wrong there. Sorry about that. Up the rahal straight. It is so hard to get your braking right for the corkscrew. It's insane. You just got to, you know, just do laps with the car and find out where the right point is. Because, like I said, you can see the corkscrew. The rahal straight before it. It's blind. You don't like you see the crest, and then all of a sudden, whoop! There's the corner. Shit. It's so hard to get that braking point right without doing it 9 or 10 times, to just trying to learn the braking point and seeing what's the point of no return on these brakes. But yeah, it looks like we really have cleared off here. I'm getting used to this car on the I think part of that is down to the mod as well, because you know having an extra 9% grip and an extra 8% braking is insane. But yeah, this is really going well. The US tour about to come to a close, and we've sailed through. I think we've won 5 out of the 6 races in this series, which is excellent. Been a few technical hiccups along the way, but we've seemed to have ironed those out. Things are going much nicer now. My laptop works in very mysterious ways. It really does. You guys have no idea. If you were in this house and you were actually with me recording this series, you'd know exactly what I mean. There we go. I kind of do miss MotoGP going around here as well, funnily enough. Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a big fan of it for safety reasons, because I felt like MotoGP was pushing it around here, but I loved the races, and I loved some of the ridiculous passes we got around here, like Marquez when he went down the inside of Valentino, or when Rossi and Stoner had their epic war here in 2007. If anyone remembers that, leave a comment below, because that was a friggin' classic. But yeah, we're coming down the last straight for the last time to complete the US tour with another win. Excellent stuff. Level 16. We've got another spin. There's a 1 million credit jackpot again. 100,000 credits. Okay, no complaints there. Level 4 affinity with Nissan, which means that's 4,000 credits there. And yeah, series complete.
Well done. You completed the series. Congratulations. You've mastered the performance of agile, sporty vehicles. Now, compete with the very best example of sports car icons.